The following segment is sponsored by Smith Injury Law and 300hurt.com.
If you were involved in a car wreck, there are 10 critical mistakes that you do not want to make. Richard Smith of Smith Injury Law has written a book about that. Hi, Richard.
Good morning, Margaret.
We are talking about 10 critical mistakes to avoid if you're injured in a car wreck. And in that book that you authored, mistake number 1 is failing to preserve evidence. What should that include?
Well, that's kind of the biggest problem that you have early on in the case, and that is evidence gets destroyed, gets gone. So if you don't preserve it, it's never there. And that can be as simple as taking photographs, not moving the vehicle until the police arrive and tell you to move the vehicle, or if you have to move the vehicle before then, take photographs in advance. And we have cases all the time where we have disputes of liability where we have to get an accident reconstructionist out to the scene. And that's something that's got to be done very quickly, because what happens is cars get moved, cars get taken away to be totaled. They get taken to the big machine that makes a little small cube out of the car. And if you don't have the evidence before that takes place, then you just don't have any evidence. And it's the burden on the plaintiff to win the case. You have to have evidence.
And also when it comes to taking pictures, you're not just taking them of the vehicle, you're taking them of bruises, cuts, any other evidence like skid marks on the road. You say it is important to call police, right?
Absolutely. You always want to call the police in an accident. Don't let the person that hits you say, let's just handle this ourselves. Because they lie. I mean, when the police are not called, the vehicles are moved. The person who says they would have taken care of your case now says, well, I wasn't at fault. You know, there's no way to prove anything. So you really want to make sure that the police are called. I mean, on any case, to make sure that you have documentation that it was the other person's fault. And that's even if it's only a property damage claim, because I've had cases before, people have called me where they've moved the vehicles, they didn't call the police, and now the person that said they were at fault is denying they were at fault, and they got a big problem now. They have no evidence.
Well, there's a lot of valuable advice here that we want people to keep in mind and just be able to recall if they're in one of these situations that's unexpected. Tell us why you want people to know about the book and how they can receive it, why it's important.
Well, I wrote the book to help people and to educate people. We don't charge anything for the book. Basically, you can go to our website and download an electronic copy, or you can contact us at our number that's displayed on the screen, and we'll be happy to mail you a copy of the book. Or, you know, obviously with the COVID restrictions, we're not really wanting people coming in the office unless it's an appointment and scheduled previously. But we can certainly, if you want to come in and wear a mask, we can hand you a book. I mean, there's ways to get the book. And I think it's very important information for everybody. And it's written for the common person. It's not a book that's written for lawyers. It's not got a lot of case citations in it. It's just basic information as to what you can do to protect yourself if you're involved in an accident.
A great resource, and people can get in touch with you. They can get that book. They can call 300hurt or visit 300hurt.com. Richard Smith of Smith Injury Law, thanks so much for being with us today.
Thank you, Margaret.